Hi, class of 2021. My name is Pam Moffitt, and I'll be your senior counselor next year. Today, I'm going to talk to you about registration. If you've looked on our website, you see that we have several resources posted for you about how to register for your classes. There's a link that shows you how to get into Skyward and make your selections. There's also a link to tips and guidelines for picking your senior classes. Ms. Jackson has also made a video about AP and dual enrollment that you can watch if you're interested in those. And we also have a link to the CTE career pathways. That's with your focus areas. So if you would like to look at those before you watch the rest of this video, you can pause me and look through all that. Because next I'm going to talk about actual classes you need to sign up for your senior year. And we're just going to start with English. All of you must be in an English class. If you have failed an English a previous year, you will take 2 Englishes your senior year because you have to have those 4 credits to graduate. Also, under the English area of your registration form that we have posted, you see that you have the option to take ACT Prep as a senior. Since you all didn't get to take your ACT when you were supposed to in March, it would be a good idea for you to take that, especially if you were not hitting the college benchmarks when you were taking the practice test, or if you did not decide to take the test in July with the vouchers that we offered you. It'd be great for you to take that ACT Prep class. And it's only 1 semester. Keep in mind that when you sign up for a semester class, you have to have something else to back it up because all of you must be enrolled in 8 blocks of time. Next, we're going to move on to math. Math is probably going to be the hardest thing for you to decide on, especially if you have not taken the ACT yet. Usually, we use those ACT scores to help you decide which one to take. You must have 4 credits in math to graduate. You must have Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and then another upper level math. The only exception to that is if you have an IEP, and if you have an IEP, then you took Algebra 1A, Algebra 1B, Geometry A this year, and then you'll be in Geometry B for your senior year. If you don't have an IEP, then you will take the algebra, a minimum of the Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and another upper level math. We do have dual enrollment options with math. You can see those listed on your registration forms. Once again, if you're interested in that, be sure you watch the videos because dual enrollment in AP does come with an additional cost. So be sure that you look at that and you consider that when you're signing up for the classes. Next, we'll go on to science. You will pick a science if you have already had biology 1 and you've already had chemistry or physics and you've had a 3rd math, then you don't have to take a science your senior year. I recommend you do if you're going on to college because you really don't need to take any time off with that. We have several options for you to choose from. Next, we'll look at social studies. You all have to have U.S. history, so if you didn't take it this year as a junior, you need to take it your senior year. You must have a credit in world history, and you also have to have a semester of economics and government. The only exception to that is if you took marketing 1, you do not have to take economics. However, if you plan on playing sports in college, you need to go ahead and take economics even if you had marketing because NCAA does not recognize marketing as a substitute for economics. Also, you will see under the social studies we have several new classes. Great classes for you to choose from. Some are dual enrollment, some aren't. So lots of great options there. Next on the list is foreign language. Many of you have already finished your foreign language, so you will not take any your senior year. If you have not started your foreign language, we do have the option of the Spanish 1 and 2 True Block. That way you can get 2 credits in 1 year. If you are not planning on going to a 4-year college and you've already had your foreign language waiver signed, you just need to take more career technical focus credits in lieu of the foreign language. But that is only if you've had the waiver signed. If you don't know what I'm talking about with a waiver, that is something that you have to have parents' permission, and it allows you to not take the foreign language or fine art as a graduation requirement. Instead, you expand your focus area. That is not something you need to wait until the middle of your senior year to get signed. If you know that you are not going to take that foreign language, we need to get the waiver signed as soon as we get back to school. Honestly, the foreign language waiver needs to be a last resort. We want everyone to meet that requirement if at all possible. Next, we'll go on to personal finance. You do have to have a half credit in personal finance to graduate. That is offered as regular or dual. Physical education, you have to have a credit and a half to graduate. Most of you have already taken your wellness. If you have not, you have to take it your senior year. Some of you that are athletes, you have taken the wellness gym, but you still don't have your book completed. So that is listed on the form as a semester class. And some of you have not met that extra half credit in physical education. So that can be fulfilled by taking the co-ed weight training, or just we do have a female weight training. And we also have all of the athletics listed under physical education. So be sure to sign up for that if you are football, basketball, or baseball. Fine arts are listed. You have to have a credit to graduate unless you have had that waiver signed. Those are all listed: the music, theater arts, band, choir. And then next on your registration form will be the career technical focus areas. You have to have 3 credits in one area to graduate. If you've had your waiver signed, you have to have 6 credits in that area. So be sure that you get those focus area credits in. Senior year is not the time to switch your focus area. You just don't have time to complete a focus area in 1 year. So you need to complete whatever focus area you have been in this year. You are allowed to take credits in other focus areas if you have room. And then after all of those, we have other electives. As you will see when you look through the registration form, we have added several new classes. So you have some great options to choose from this year. After the other electives, you'll see a list for technical school. That is for TCAT. If you're interested in TCAT, there is a link to the application on the webpage, on our webpage. That must be completed. Now, just because you complete the form, it doesn't mean that you will get selected to do the TCAT classes. It has to fit into your schedule. That means that you have to have 4 open spots. So if all you need to complete your graduation requirements is English 4, your 4th math, government and economics, and 1 other class, then you would have room for TCAT. TCAT meets for half a day, so that means that you will either go to TCAT in the mornings from 8 to 10:30 and then come to school for 3rd and 4th periods, or you would come to Brighton High School for 1st and 2nd periods and then leave at lunch and go to TCAT for 3rd and 4th periods. So as you can see, you have to have room in your schedule to be able to do that. Plus, we are given limited spots for TCAT. So it's really a first come, whoever qualifies and does their application and gets everything completed first, that's how you get selected. And once those spots are full, we can't put anybody else in there. If you are interested in other dual enrollment classes, some things to keep in mind is you do have to have at least a 3.0 GPA, and many of the classes have ACT requirements, especially in the math area. And that is the college's requirement, not Brighton High School, so it's not something that we can get around, because if Dyersburg State says you have to have a 22 to take college algebra, you have to have that 22. And you cannot wait and take the ACT once you're a senior. That has to be done before your senior year, and you have to have that score, or you cannot take the dual enrollment class. But if you'll watch the video about dual enrollment, Ms. Jackson does a great job of explaining all of those requirements. If you have questions about this registration, any of the questions about the classes, the ACT, please email me. I'll be happy to get your questions answered. Also, you can call me at school. I work on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll be in the office to answer my phone between 10 and 12 on those days. So you can give me a call at 840-9446. Email, I answer all the time, so you can email me and get a response really quickly. Please go through all of our links with the information. We have tried to think of any questions you would have and put the answers to that in these documents that we have linked on our webpage. I look forward to meeting all of you next year. I wish that we could be doing this face to face, but hopefully we'll be back in school soon, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you.